Dragon Ball Z, one of the longest running franchises I can probably think of. And with any long running franchise, you have video games. Simon and I are going to run through our picks for the worst Dragon Ball Z games and the best Dragon Ball Z games. This episode, let's talk about the worst, the absolute worst games in Dragon Ball Z history.
There's so many.
Many.
So many bad games in the DBZ franchise. I say let's let it rip. I know you and I have a lot of similarities in our worst list, so I'm gonna start off with those what I think is similar in our list.
Yes.
The first one I'm gonna start off with is Sagas because I think you and I had what?
Sagas was so bad.
No, but it's funny because I think you and I had literally the same first approach when it came to Sagas. As
probably.
In, like when we first played Sagas, like you and I thought it was fire as kids. I rented it from Blockbuster and thought it was the most fire Dragon Ball Z game I've ever played in my life. And I thought it was so cool. I'm like, it's kind of open worldish, but not really. Like I can like walk around and freely fight. It's not like Budokai that constrains me. It's the best game ever. And I'm gonna go through like all the sagas of Dragon Ball Z. Oh, what more can I ask for? And I think like sometime in high school, I remember watching someone just do a review on it on YouTube, and I was looking at the gameplay, and I was like, what the? This could not have been Sagas. I don't remember this. And I looked more and more into it. I was like, yo, this is the worst gameplay I've ever seen from a Dragon Ball Z game. It was so bad, dude. The camera is like all over the place. It's hard to really fight anybody. There's no way to target like accurately. Oh, dude, it's so bad. The game was not finished at all. And I know you agree with me on that.
It saddens me, bro. Whenever I think about this game, it saddens me. The box art is really good, but then you start the game, and not gonna lie, the animation in the game, like with the
it's so misleading. It's so misleading.
Yes, because that redrawing some of the most the best scenes in Dragon Ball Z, but with like these really amazing looking animation, dude. It's everything. I was like, oh my god, I'm literally gonna have the best experience in my life. And you're right. You're right. I'm with you in the sense that I started it and I thought it was the best game ever, but I knew by the end of the game I was playing one of the worst games of all time. Yes.
It's so bad. If you ever have the opportunity to play Sagas, please make sure you're not paying to do it if you really want to. But even if it's free, I'd still consider just reading a book instead, or just maybe reconnecting with your parents. Just do something more productive than play that game.
Bro, make coquito. Go to someone's house, steal the coquito. Go to jail. That's more productive than playing this game. Honest to God. Unfortunately, though, as bad as Sagas is, and it's pretty bad, I still don't think it's the worst Dragon Ball Z game. It gets worse, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely does. I have my number one worst one. It's definitely worse than Sagas.
Yeah, and my number one worst is still worse than Sagas. So what's your next game?
I'm gonna go. I initially had Budokai as one of my worst ones just because it didn't age well. But I was talking with you, and you brought up a good point about Budokai 2 wasn't like the worst game ever imaginable, but low key, when people talk about the Budokai series, no one really goes over Budokai 2. It's usually Budokai 1 and 3. I have good memories playing Budokai 2, not gonna lie, because I was like a lot of my childhood was playing that game. But looking at it, Budokai 2 didn't really add much to Budokai 1, and it definitely could have, because look at Budokai 3. Budokai 2 could have added so much to Budokai 1, and it didn't, which makes me think if the first one didn't age that well, and the second one just didn't add much to it, you can argue that the second one is worse then, because it just fell short of doing anything to jump on the first one. Yeah. So Budokai 2, in my opinion, is one of the worst ones, because honestly, it just did not age well. I would not want to play that now.
Oh, 100%. I will say, though, that out of all the games we have on the worst list, this is the best game on the worst list.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes. Definitely by
if I
far.
had to pick one game out of all the games we have on our list, I'm picking Budokai 2.
Easy, easy, easy. Moving on to my next one though, and this is a game that I think you have really dear to your heart.
No, no,
Dragon Ball Z TaiKetsu.
no. To be real with you, the faster we can go through talking about this, the better. I don't want to talk about this game that much. I really despise this game. I don't.
Everyone does, dude. There's so many YouTube videos of people playing it for the first time, and it's so funny to watch because they're just like, "Yo, this was a
This game
game?
sucks. This game sucks. It
It's
sucks.
so
It
bad.
sucks.
It's so bad."
Simon,
The
it
3D.
sucks. I
I just want to point out. I just want to point out the 3D modeling, or whatever they want to call that, is just disgusting, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It's disgusting to look at.
I get so angry thinking about this game. I get really angry thinking about Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know why. I honestly, looking back on myself, I don't know why I became a fan of Dragon Ball Z when so much of the games that I got as a kid were just bad. Oh my god. And I picked up Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu and I'm like, oh, let's run it. Fighting game on the go. Woo! Let's go! Sucks. Oh my god, it's not Budokai. It's not.
And you still were like, "Yeah, I'll watch the anime though."
Oh. Dude, this game is terrible. The gameplay is one of the worst. There's like, oh my god, the music is so draining. It grates your ear. The next game I'm about to mention has some of the worst supers I ever recall ever in a game,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22.
Which honestly was fire from the battle, not battle, from the box cover. That's all I remember.
The box cover is fire. Yeah, sure, I'll give it that. That's the best thing about this game. The best thing about this game is the cover art. This game took 27 characters from the series, and I'm telling you, you hear that, you're like, what? The game is called Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 because it comes with 22
Yeah.
characters from the start, right? But
Uh-huh.
there's a secret code that's in the manual of the game that straight up says,
Oh, okay.
hey, you want 5 extra characters? Use this code. So,
What kind
okay.
of secret is that? Like, hey, you want the full game?
Yeah, no,
That's cool.
honestly, yeah. And the thing that sucks is that if you just bought a game that didn't have the manual on it, yeah, good luck. Anyways, the craziest thing about Ultimate Battle 22, the craziest thing, it came out in Japan 1995. And
Okay.
it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to know when Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 came out in America?
Don't tell me it was late 2000s.
In 2003.
Damn, 8 years later.
Budokai 1 was already out. I picked this game up when it was new. I remember, or not new, but like relatively new, because I remember my first game was Budokai 2, so that wouldn't make sense. But
Yeah.
relatively new. And imagine a PS1 game being relatively new in 2003, 2004. That's weird.
No, yeah.
Bro, and I picked it up and I played it maybe, I'm telling you, 3 times max. 3 times max.
Really?
This game is not fun.
That's how unbearable it was?
This game has atrocious, ugly backgrounds, 3D backgrounds.
Oh, dude, they're empty. It's an empty background.
Yep, that's intermixed with just 2D renders. They're just cuts. They're just
It's 2D renders and like PNGs of trees.
exactly.
It doesn't go well with each other at all.
You know what? It's just only PNGs. It's only PNGs. And you know what really grinds my gears? Characters are not spelled correctly. Like their names are not spelled correctly in the game.
Really? That makes me think honestly that when this game got ported to the US, whoever was in charge of it was like, "It's Dragon Ball Z. They'll buy it. Just get it out."
But you see, that's honestly no. But that really what it was though. So they're trying to capitalize on the success of Budokai 1. Budokai 1 dropped, and they're like, "Oh, bet you want to make more money? Let's just get this random game from Japan that was terrible, Ultimate Battle 22, put it in America." and it
Just
was
translate it in the
not.
worst way possible, and we're done.
Yeah, it was not fun. It's in the running for the worst game on this list.
Yes, I kind of do agree with that. But I still have my one. I'm referring to Dragon Ball Z Connect. Wow, where do I start with this game? Dragon Ball Z Connect. Any Connect game, honestly, in general, was not good. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played a Connect game. When it came out, Jose.
No, I never once got to
Oh,
connect. I never once
dude,
saw the
you did
value.
not miss out. So you gotta do this thing where you rush at the opponent, and then you barrage him with fist, and then Goku will just automatically do a bunch of cool stuff, and you just watch it. So then at that point, I'm like, homie, we're not playing a video game. We're just doing a couple punches and then watching the computer just have fun. What kind of experience is this? The fact that I couldn't move a camera angle, the fact that it was irresponsive, and the fact that like half the freaking animations, no, 75% of animations are not in your control is the worst experience. I hate it so much. It doesn't look as bad as an Ultimate 22 or Sagas or any
Oh
other games
yeah.
we look like. It looks really clean, but it just controls so terribly, especially because it's a first person view. It's not like you're seeing Goku from a third person. Everything is first person, so you really don't know too well if you're actually killing stuff or not, like actually nailing the moves. It's just, oh my god, dude. Good
So
pass on that.
my next game, I'm gonna save probably one of the worst for last. So I'm gonna go next with Legacy of Goku 1.
Okay.
I thought Legacy of Goku when it dropped, I was so excited for it because I also just really wanted. When I was a kid, I just wanted games of Dragon Ball Z that weren't
They're mobile.
necessarily no, that weren't just fighting games. I loved the fighting games, but I really wanted like an adventure game, and that's what I wanted with Sagas. Oh, I didn't get it. That's what I wanted with the Legacy of Goku 1. I wanted an adventure game where I could walk around as Goku and experience the world of Dragon Ball Z, because that's what I really loved. I loved the world of Dragon Ball Z.
Like an RPG vibe kind of like setting.
Yeah. This game, yet again, was not it. Legacy of Goku has you as Goku playing through the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga. But it wasn't fun. The hit detection, I remember this, was so bad. You see a snake.
It's so off.
There would be a snake in front of you. You're trying to hit it, but unless the punch is like the sprite of the fist has to exactly touch the snake. And the thing is, in an RPG that doesn't make sense, right? Like that means that you gotta go step down a little bit in order for you to the sprite to hit the snake. But in real life, if you're thinking about it, if you're oh my god, if you're Goku in that scenario, you are literally so far away from the snake that it makes no sense for that punch to hit the snake. It makes zero sense. I don't know, I'm complaining about these little details, but that's
it's valid details. If you have an RPG looking type like game, you definitely don't want that to happen in your game.
Bro, exactly. And that's the thing about this game, is that this game, everything about it was just off. It was the little details. On the whole, this should have been a great game. This should have been a really at least solid, decent game. It had cameos. It had fun, like you said, RPG elements. You're going to like all these locations in the series that's like really iconic and whatnot. Not at one point. At one point, is it never fun? It's never fun. Yeah. My last final game that I need to talk about, that I really need to talk about, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
That's right.
Dragon Ball GT Final Bout was the first ever GT game to be released. There aren't many. In fact, I think there's only 2. To be fair, I don't even know why it's a GT game. It just has GT characters, so that it's a GT game. But if I'm not wrong, I don't even think there was a story mode to this game. Like, you're not running through the story of GT.
I'm looking at it right now, and I'm getting big TaiKetsu vibes of just like, pick a character, let's fight.
All right, so Dragon Ball GT features a lot of characters that were both in GT and just weren't. Like, Kid Buu is in the game. When was he in GT? Whatever. You have Goku, who's little. Goku, who's an adult. You have actually, I'm bugging. You know who's not in the game? Oob.
Oh,
Uber isn't in the game. Such a
they
significant
put Uber
character
in the game?
in all of GT, and he's not in the game.
Did they at least put Baby in the game?
Baby's Baby is only in the game as a boss fight and only as the golden great ape. This game, I'm telling
You can't play as him?
you, no, only through a cheat.
Wow.
This game, I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, it's weird because it's only GT in name, but when you actually go through the game, all they have is just like, yeah, there's some GT characters, but the characters are straight up just only Trunks GT, Pan, and Goku GT. The rest are just Dragon Ball Z characters. GT Final Bout came out in America
Before GT was
before
out?
the series GT came out. Yes.
Okay, this game is strange, dude.
Not only that, it came out a full 7 years after it already came out in Japan.
So wait, if you got in America, like, were you just essentially spoiled on the story of GT? Like,
No, you weren't, because this game did not go
oh, it
with
didn't
the
have a
story.
GT. It barely had any GT characters, actually.
Yes. So I am telling you, I don't understand why this game was made. The only thing that can possibly be a spoiler for you, really, is Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Yeah, honestly. But like, why was that game made? That's so weird, actually. Oh, God, it's so bad. It's so bad. But there's also good games too. There's good games that they made, and like you said, Dragon Ball Z is well aware of their dark past, and I think they have good games to make up for it. So if you guys like this content, stay tuned. We have another episode coming out right after this one where we talk about the best games of the Dragon Ball Z franchise.
I can't wait.
What?
I can't wait to talk about that. I need.
Honestly, yeah, it's gonna be a lot more fun than this.
God.
It's just depressing to talk about these terrible games, bro. But regardless, if you like this content, like always, subscribe, leave a review if you're listening to it via on the podcast, comments, let us know how we're doing. Please let us know what you think is the worst Dragon Ball Z game. And if any of these games you think is actually really good, please try to convince us. I want to really see you try to convince me on why TaiKetsu or GT Final Bout should be considered a decent Dragon Ball Z game. So if you argue for TaiKetsu, you gotta please come with me with the facts. I need the facts. I need you to really come in there with some stuff I just can't deny. But like always, until then, guys, take care.
See ya.